There's nobody watching. Man, I've been watching the Ben Mala podcast here lately. It's probably the best thing I've seen on the internets in a long time. Let me get my banner going while I remember. So, I got my board behind me. Emery's kind of wrecked it. But on the other side of the board is our deals. Currently, we only have 2 properties under contract for purchase. One of them probably has a student loan lien on it that will break the deal down because it's a couple that's going through a divorce. And if she can't walk with her straight up half of the contract price, then she's not going to do it. He's got a student loan that might affect the property. So the deal might not close. And it would be a pretty good one if it did close. We'd probably make 60 or 70 on it. So it'd be a pretty good deal. Unfortunately, the other one will be a good deal. It'll have a lot of day one equity. It'll be great. We're buying that property for $70,000. It'll probably do $130,000, as is, fixed up, whatever you want to call it. But it's currently rented, so we're just gonna have to roll with it as a rental until that cat that lives there moves out. And by then, we'll probably want to hang on to it till the spring, just so when we list it, things will be moving around. There's no need in servicing debt on inventory until, the end of next year. Everything else, all of our owner finance stuff, except for one, we took one back in foreclosure, and it's just kind of sitting out there on the market. We haven't done any bandit signs for it yet. I've been posting about it in the buy sell trade groups, but overall, we haven't moved it. So with all that, lead gen is one of my top priorities. So right now, r2rbatchstack.com is going at the bottom of the screen. I'm in there. It's got, we use the Propelio Driving for Dollars app, and we go into here and upload our leads, stack them over the top of, it's R2R Batch Stack is a list stacking software. We stack it over the top of free and clear. Other layers of motivation like divorce and other things like that. We stack them up, multiple layers. But if we drove for dollars, there's a good chance that we are going to automatically market to them. And our marketing kind of goes like this. There's a per click, like you have to sit there and send everybody an individual text message. In the R2R Batch Stack software, it works fairly well. And we get responses. So this is a message that I sent back on March 9th. And this is what I'm talking about. So back at the beginning of Rona, we had team members. Okay. And that's kind of the point of this, the consistency part of it. If you want to make money in this business, you have to be consistent. When Rona hit, we didn't know if we were going to still have private money. We didn't know if retail stuff was going to sell. We didn't know what the landscape was going to look like. But at that moment in time, one of our team members went out, picked up a little mobile home, got it under contract through this software, through r2rbatchstack.com, running this software, picked it up, got it under contract, running our lead system, had our passwords to our program. They could get in there and talk to anybody at any time. And that's all they had to do was get in there and talk. And so I would do the initial marketing, and I would leave it up to the team to do the follow-up. I had a girl sitting in the office, but Rona, she was pregnant or whatever. She didn't feel comfortable coming in the office, so she quit coming in the office. We couldn't properly train her, couldn't properly set expectations. We're now hiring somebody else. She's her boyfriend got a job. She's moving away. So we're going to hire somebody else, but it'll be their responsibility to run this system. But before that, we had team members, and all the fucking team members could be in here doing this. And if they locked it up, they could get 40% of the deal. They got paid 40% on the little fucking shitty trailer house. So we paid for all the fucking marketing, and all the goddamn they had to do was jump in here and fucking talk to people and say, hey, when can I come see it? And go look at it, shoot their fucking shot, and get 40% of the deal. We've done away with that bullshit because I'm so fucking mad about that. Money would always motivate people, right? I thought having a fucking wet security blanket of our private money, our negotiation skills, our fucking experience behind somebody where they didn't have to take any goddamn risk. All they had to do was jump in there and fucking communicate would make them want to do it. But they didn't. And I know there's 800 people that'll come in and say, oh man, I'll do that, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Here's why I don't give a fuck. Because right now I'm sitting here and I'm going back through leads. Okay. Homegirl, she didn't have no fucking experience. I loosely trained her for a handful of days. Then she got thrown into the frying pan out of the fire. It was like fucking, it would be hard to talk real estate if you don't understand real estate. So I'm not blaming her, but any other team members could have got in here at any point in time. But this is it. Can I get some info on and then the address? This is a text message that I sent. Stock market has been a bloodbath this morning, and I would like to buy a property before everything crashes. I was sending this. I mean, like, I was hammering people. We paid for all this data over the years, and I was just, we were fucking hammering people. And they said, are you serious? Call me. And they gave us the number that we text them on. Okay. Then they asked, who is this? Still no response. I want to go down here and show you something. We have a canned response that we send a name. So we sent the canned response. They said, well, hello, Jason. My name is Betsy. Why do you want to buy my property? No response. Actually, it says I want to buy a house. But this is probably a team member at this time. I want to buy a house. We'll call my husband and I would like to sell. And they never got a response after that. Okay. So March 9th, 2020 at 2:59 p.m. was the last time we talked to this human. Now I just called him from a personal cell and sent him a text message from a personal cell. Here's another one. Why are you asking me about a trailer in a trailer park and how did you get my number? I want to buy it. Spokio.com. This is again, March 9th, 2020 at 2:38 p.m. How much do you want to buy an old trailer in a rented trailer park for? Okay. No response. None. Pisses me off. Okay. It's been a bloodbath this morning. We'd like to buy a property before everything crashes. The message that I was sending back then, now R2R batch stack at the bottom will send 10 different messages. It's really fucking cool. Like the update is really cool. But anyways, what do you want to know? If you would like to sell your house to me, that was our response. They said, how much are you thinking? Like minutes later, no fucking response. None. There's another one that's going to get a call. Like, this is fucking crazy to me that we have this sitting, and you can read them over and over again. If look, this person right here, I don't even have to pull it up to read it. If we were going to sell our property, what would you offer? That's what they said. That's the last thing they said to us. Same date, March 9th, 2020 at 2:36 p.m. If we were going to sell our property, what would you offer? Right here. Never got a fucking response. Okay. Now look, I got Propelio pulled up right here. I bet we already released these numbers, so I bet I can't call them back. But I can pull it up. I can go straight to Propelio. I can fucking paste it in. Pulls it straight up. There it is. Very first address. Homeboy sitting here. I can go to comparable sales. It's slow when you're streaming. Zoom in. The lot behind it sold for $13,000. This one sold for $205,000, 102 days on market, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It sold on 7/1 of 2020 for $205,000. It looks like a new build. Don't know if that's comparable. There's a lot of $5,000 lots, and then a brand new build that's currently active for $224,000. So it's not very safe to just fire off a deal, but there's a whole shitload of new builds right there, and lots aren't selling for much. So let me see what it looks like on Google Earth. It's a shitty ass little trailer. Still with a rent, we can offer on it on 2% rent. shoot this guy an offer right now, I'd offer him fucking $20,000 just to see what he says. Okay. If you tell Jason, bring me a $70,000 cashier's check and it's yours, please don't bother me anymore unless it's with a check. Last response. Let's see what this property's worth right here. I'll just pull it up. Pull it up, go to Propelio. Take 70 grand for it. Right there, last response. Most people, when it comes to running systems and processes, they got all the people. They got all the sales team. They have all that. They have all that overhead, right? Most of our overhead when it comes to employees are property management people. We have make-ready crews. We have everything understood. Look, hey, this lady texted me back. Yes, she owns a property in the town that I asked about. The one that I just read earlier that I called and text, would you like to sell it? I mean, sitting here starving to death. I need to make more time to sit in here and do this shit, okay? Because we once had a team and we provided them with opportunities, and they either took the opportunities for granted, didn't appreciate it, whatever it was. I'm sure it's our fault that they didn't succeed. No doubt about it. But on top of that, if I sit here and I do this, if I spend an hour a day doing this, I went and looked at 5 properties yesterday. I looked at 5 properties yesterday, and then I made it to our apartment remodel. I was able to do that using this program right here at the bottom, sending text messages to my Propelio, driving for dollars leads. Super fucking simple. I go and I look at properties, and while I'm looking for properties, I drop pins on the Driving for Dollars app for Propelio. And then I fucking make time and I goddamn send them text messages, and then they fucking respond. I got a lady that wants to sell a house. I've got the contract right here. She wants to sell a house for $30,000 right now, and I'm just trying to I'm sitting here in front of the computer, chit-chatting with her about her life because I can, waiting for her to finally say, hey, yeah, come meet up. Bring a mask and a condom and a contract, and let's do the damn thing. That's what I'm waiting for, and that's why I'm live on here, letting y'all know that if you're not going to be fucking consistent, you're never going to do anything. There's hundreds of thousands of dollars in profits that are sitting in our fucking follow-up bin right now that most people would kill to have. They would kill to have. These are thousands of hours of our lives driving for dollars, running leads. Some of these stuff we skip traced years ago because we just took all the fucking data that we had that we'd already paid to find the numbers and started sending marketing to them. So some of this stuff, but this is, you bring me a $70,000 cashier's check and it's yours. That's right. I'm looking it up. I think I'm looking it up. I've been ranting so hard. I am looking it up. On Propelio, comparable sales. Let's look. Let's see if the $70,000, holy shit, the closest sold comps, 172,000. It's a brand new build. We're back in that bullshit again. But there's some properties out by, this is a hard neighborhood to comp. There's an $11,000 lot back in that shit. So let's see. Let's zoom in. It was built in 1999. It's 1,088 square feet. 70,000 might fucking do the deal. I don't know. But I do know this. If I fucking call this lady right now, if I call her, I'm like, hey, what's up? I got $70,000 cashier's check. What that property do? She might even still be there. Like today, right now. Let's fucking call. Let's see what's up. The other lady that I asked if she wanted to sell her house just responded yes. I'm going to lock up a fucking deal out of follow-up while fucking cussing and raving on the internet and 11 Facebook groups. Where the fuck we're doing right now? Oh, don't need to dox that bitch. I know you snaky motherfuckers. And then bring me to the next point. Here's something that I hope you're fucking watching, whoever did this. I got a $20 a month subscription deal on the Roughneck Real Estate Facebook page. If you want to support the channel, please go pay that $20 a month. The content will get better as we get more money to hire a camera person. We still don't have that much money, So the content ain't getting no better until y'all go fucking subscribe to that. But there's a group that only the fucking subscription people can get into. And within there, I was sitting and showing how to run this system at the bottom, sending text messages and responding, and coaching on how to fucking respond back and forth. You know what some sorry motherfucker in there did? And I know who it is. I know exactly who the fuck it is. And I hope you're watching right now. They're paying $20 a month to be in that group. I generate a lead talking to them. I have it under contract now. But they went ghost on me, and I couldn't figure it out because somebody in that group seen me talking with that person, jumped in the middle, went and contracted a couple of their properties, didn't close on them. They're wholesalers, couldn't close on them, okay? Couldn't find a buyer. And then the dude finally started talking to me again, said, oh, I thought you were associated with so-and-so. I'm like, I am not associated with so-and-so, but I do know who they are. I know y'all. Fucking, that's why if you're paying that $20 a month and you ain't seen me in there, it's because I got fucking pissed. And I said, you know what? I've bent it over backwards, try to help motherfuckers get better at this shit, try to help them. And this is how they repay me. They pay $20 a month and they think, I'm going to go skate these discs. Well, guess what? Y'all couldn't fucking close on him. He's pissed at y'all. We're going to buy the first one. He's going to sell us 5 fucking more. And fuck y'all. And whenever I close on all of them, I'm going to come back. I ain't even going to stick the double middle finger in your ass because at this point in time, it doesn't matter. I know who you are, you snaky little bitch, and I'm going to talk shit on you every time I see you raise your head up on the internet because that's what the fuck I do. So fuck that guy. All right. But anyways, oh, here we are. Yes. Got it. How much? How much? All right, let me go pull comps on this bitch before I overload my wagon and see what we got going on here. So I got Propelio pulled up. I'm going to copy this address right out of there. Drop her down in here. Oh, there it is right there. Whoa. Holy shit. Hold on. Let me go. Let me. I know exactly where this is. And it's a real shitty area. So, see what they come back with. This is one of my current Driving for Dollars leads, but I mean this one's old. I didn't know where this was whenever this was done. So this is like an old either tax list, water shutoff list. This is an old something because I never drive this neighborhood until we did some marketing down there, and I had to go look at a deal. I went and looked at it, and I drove for dollars in that neighborhood. Look, hell, that house that I went and looked at, dickheads. Anyways, there's one listed right now for $99,000. Oh, it's fancy too. Is that water in the back? No. Fancy. Days on market 1. It's gonna sell quick too. 4.2, 1,920 square foot. For $99,000, and that school district gone, but it's already got multiple offers. He way underpriced that. I'd have priced that thing at like $150. So it won't open Google Maps, so I can't look at it. But this lady's gonna come back with a price, and when she does come back with a price, I'm probably gonna go contract this bitch just because I believe in that neighborhood that much. So that'll be one that I pulled back out of the fucking graveyard. How much are you thinking? If we were going to sell our property, what would you offer? I tell you, bring me a $70,000 check and it'll be there. We could sell, but would need improved land to build something else on. Well, and we did reply to that one. And it was obviously our employee that did it because they replied, would you like to sell me your house? They just said they wanted to sell their house. So how did you get my number? I have one for sale for $45,445. Built in 1917. What? I don't know what that means. Could be an agent right there. What information you need? Okay, cool. It's for sale. Let's talk cash. Never got a response. Let's see if I can text from this still. all in our fucking follow up. I mean, we're back. We're back. Oh man, this makes me so sad. It's a trailer house on land. Let's talk. All right. Let me see if I shoot this dude an offer. My my idiot friends call me. Hold on. Hello. Hey. No, it's at Shane's house. As far as I know. What you gotta do? Huh? Who did? Oh, well, it's got a tractor and a whole bunch of stuff on it, but you can take that shit out there and unload it at my house. It's my little tractor. Yeah, the 4-wheel drive one. It's got the oh, what you call it? The shredder on the shredder's on the front of it. It's parked on top of the shredder, so it's not just backing off the trailer. You got to get the shredder off too. Uh, no, no, you just got to go out to Shane's house and get it. All right, bye. Needs a borrowed trailer. Oh man, so uh, it's for sale, 185,000. These are all listings. 105,000 asking price firm. I'm gonna be like 70K cash, even though I ain't talked to you in 4 fucking months. Uh, damn. $340. $60 trillion. This is a pretty good one right here. The only thing about a property, I'm looking to buy a house before Bernie taxes all my money away. That was back when Bernie was still a presidential candidate. So this text message is so old that Bernie Sanders was still in the race. Here's one. It looks like we're right on time with it too. I'm the owner and I'll be ready to sell it full price in about 8 months. Let me list that bitch. All right, I'm ready now. If you are. So pissed. Are you trying to buy? Yeah, I'm trying to buy. Um, Really bad response there. The response is written out right, but it's not when if you're texting, if you're on fucking punctuate, like you got to punctuate correctly, you got to capitalize correctly. Why? Because your phone does it for you automatically. That's why. If you type some shit and you don't capitalize the first word and you don't fucking use the proper like punctuation and you misspell words, they're gonna fucking it ain't gonna look right. Take the time, do it right. You like, anyways, I just want to say that's probably I don't know who was talking to this person. I'd be more motivated in June. It's July. And still trying to buy. Period. 400,000. 400,000. Somebody sent a phone number to us. This is the text message I sent. I said, I'm looking for the owner of. I'm tired of the city life and I'm ready to buy something where I can pee off my back porch. Boom, boom, boom. Here's one response. I hate to tell you, but this is our house. It's in a subdivided neighborhood on a third of an acre lot. If you pee off the back porch, there's a solid chance the neighbors can see you. However, if you're ready to give the city life to pee off your back porch and are seriously interested in our home, I'll make you an amazing offer, $250,000 cash, and it's all yours. At that point, you can pee wherever you want. Let's go look, see what the hell that house is worth. Go over to Propelio right now. And again, this is the software at the bottom that I'm using to do this. See what the house is worth. Ooh. Ooh. It's gonna be a good one. I can already tell. it's worth 250,000. So that ain't a hell of a deal, homie. I'm at. Nah, I ain't even gonna respond. But so bad, so bad. It's so bad. Um. All right. Well, I think a hurricane's here. I think I've got what you're looking for. Thank God. Never even asked another question after that. I will say this. Back then, here's the mistake we made. Just so y'all know, if you don't need to send more than about a. Here's how you do this. Here's the way you do it. You send 1,000 or so messages. Okay, and you sit here like I'm doing right now. Maybe not with a camera in your face, but at least with a camera in your face, you'll be honest with yourself. You sit here for 3 or 4 hours. Get you. I think this water is a few days old. It don't have any bugs floating on top, so it's so good. Drink some water. You figure out some other things to do on the pooter. Maybe get your phone out and play a couple of games, and you respond to the messages and properly file them. So it's got a hot lead, warm lead, not interested. This software is slick now. Okay, it's slick. You can grab, you can select all, you can throw these things any which way you want to throw them after this. I need to do videos on how to do it, but I don't need to do it with my leads because y'all snaky motherfuckers will steal them. So you can sit here and they're going to come back in. So let's say you send 1,000, 100 are going to reply. A lot of those replies are going to be like, "Who is this? Who this? Where'd you get my number? Why are you texting me?" Right? Got to respond. Oh, hey, look, So they say, "Who's this?" You give them a name. Okay. Probably not your actual name. First name, but somebody else's last name. Why? Because you don't want to get caught in some bullshit. You don't want them. You don't want to get caught in bullshit. So you respond. Get to the nuts and the bolts. You get them properly filed. You'll have out of that 1,000, you can respond in an appropriate manner. If you try to send 20,000 in a day or some stupid shit like that, not only are you going to fucking burn up all your phone numbers, the numbers you're sending from, and all this other stuff, and fucking throw red flags and waste a bunch of money, you're going to overwhelm. Like, you're not going to be able to sort through this shit. So that was the mistake I made. I was sending like 4,000 or 5,000 a day. Now you have to pay a premium to be able to send that many. Okay. But you better have some people and some resources to be able to sort through this. Because if you have 500,000 cash, you have a deal, the ball's in your court. For $1 million, you can pee anywhere you want. I will sell you my rent house, see value and photos on realtor.com. That one should have been followed up with. 350,000, it's a deal. There's a ton of these that need to be put in the referred agent pile. Okay. And then they need to be sent to an agent so he can cold call them and possibly turn them into listings. This one's already been sold, so it's not even, I just throw it in the wrong number pile. 450 and it's yours. I live on the same street. We can be neighbors. Great setup. 300,000. A lot of those people that throw out those numbers like that, what's the offer? And then no offer. No offer. Right there. Nothing. Fucking no response. Just left. And that was back on March 7th at 2:00 in the afternoon. So we sent too many for whoever was doing this responding. And back then the software wasn't as good. I'll tell you that. You couldn't, the interface was too glitchy. Now it's a lot better, but not making excuses for them. And when somebody says, "What's the fucking offer?" you better go to Propelio and send them a goddamn offer. So I'm putting this shit in Propelio right now. Oh, man. Damn. It's out in the country. Way out in the middle of nowhere. It'd be hard to call. 3, 2, 1. Maybe not. It just looked like there's the house. The house right next door sold for 400. I mean, it shares a fence. Then 322. All right. I'll give you $200K cash 5 months later. What do we think about that, homie? Oh, I released the number that was being communicated with earlier. Knew it was bound to happen. How much you got? All of this, 280K, and it's yours. We're in luck because everything has a price, and then we never made him an offer. Sad, sad. Make me an offer, and no offer was sent. So limit the amount of messages you send a day, so you can sit and respond to them. This software right here is made for a one-man show. You know how I know? Because my dumbass can get in here and run it, and I've got my contract. I'm just waiting on them to respond. Okay, let me go over here to my hot leads. She still hasn't responded. I got a call in her with her from the personal cell. Oh, I'm sorry for letting my daughter. I'm letting my daughter move in and rent it. I followed up with that lady. This is a personal deal. And then I had to leave. I had to go to El Paso, and I left. And the time that I left, she responded, gave us the address. She said she had a rental property. She didn't want to sell the primary. She wanted to sell the rental. Would not give me the address. I'll go back and give you the stats on it right now because I'm already right here. I'll read you the conversation so y'all can know exactly how long it took. I'm trying to locate who owns. I would like to purchase it for cash. This is the owner. Great. Are you interested in selling? I'm currently renting it, but I could possibly. How much? Well, I don't really know. I hadn't thought about selling it before. And who is this I'm speaking with? Are you an investor? I buy houses for rentals. It's always been our home and lots of amenities. I would think $75,000 at least. This is a property. Okay. What are you thinking? I'm not sure I can do that. I'm closer to 40K. Now that was me jumping in. I didn't do any of that other communicating, but I jumped in right there. I didn't even pull comms. Want to know why? Because I'm an asshole like that. Well, we have another house. I've been trying to hire a lawyer to get paperwork fixed that is closer to that price range. But 805 wouldn't work at that price. Sorry. Well, I'd be happy to look at the other house. I've also have someone that's really good at clearing titles. Maybe we could help you with that and try to buy the house. Then she didn't respond. So I said, I want the house with title issues. I can make time after the holiday. This was before July 4th. She didn't say nothing after the holiday. July 7th, I come back in. I'm still interested in a house with title issues. When you get ready. Okay, when would you like to look at it? I had renters in a few months back, so it's still needing some work. When would be good for you? This is on July 9th. We're talking days apart because that's how this shit works. Nobody communicates in this manner in a timely manner. Anytime in the afternoon is fine. That was July 9th. Anytime in the afternoon I'm fine. I'm free most of the time. That's July 11th. The address of my property. She sends the address July 14th. She took her 3 days to send the address. Sends the address. Nobody ever says a word to her. Now I'm calling her up. She done rented it to her daughter. Might even not even know that she got 2 different rent houses. So I'm telling y'all, if y'all ain't consistent, if you ain't got the money to hire people, okay, you can pay people whatever the fuck you want to pay them. Pay them as much money as you want. It ain't going to do anything. It ain't going to do nothing. Okay. Anybody who's going to be highly money motivated is going to look over the shoulder. They're going to pocket watch you. Okay. And then they're going to jump off the ship as soon as they can. They're going to go work on their own or work for somebody that they think gives them more opportunity, right? That's just nature of that beast. Anybody who's not money motivated, okay? Anybody who's not money motivated, they're going to be this. They're going to move up and down. If you've got to be a savage, I've given people tons of opportunity to do this. This system is so simple to run that a solopreneur can do it and do it efficiently and do it well. I've been working on this one. My mistake with this one right here was that when I didn't take my laptop with me, whenever I leave town. My laptop, I think Pornhub got it. I don't know what got it, but some got it. It's a 2011 model. So I need to go buy me a new laptop. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go buy me a new laptop. And then I'm not going to have these problems because when I'm out on the road, I'm still going to make the time because this takes about 30 minutes of my day. After the first wave, after the first 3 or 4 hours like today, then it's 30 minutes a day. And I normally do it right whenever I come into the office. If I'm coming in the office, we had a Rona scare in the office, so I couldn't come in for a little while. So I was having to bounce around, but I was still making my 30 minutes a day. But whenever I left town and quit making my 30 minutes a day, this deal right here fell through the cracks, and it's 100% on me because that's my deal. I should have called this lady. I should have hammered her. Actually, I should have pulled comps before I shot that $40,000 offer. Let's go back and pull the comps on the one property because, I don't know. I didn't even ask her what it was rented for. I was just firing off hip shots. I'm going to have to. There it is. I was like, what? That's the wrong town. Oh, it's a little shitty double wide. Comparable sales, it's probably retail 75. But either way, 135. What's a 135? It's a little shitty double wide. It's got a nice porch on it. It's been redone on the inside. It's fancy on the inside. The outside, not so much, but the inside, it was fancy. Other one sold for 65. So, I mean, we're talking full retail over there. Not really worth doing it, but next street over, it looks like they're building brand new builds. And there's one on the market for 107. And it's a stick built, but it was built back in the 70s or something. What is it? Year built 77. Yep. But don't matter. Here's the deal. I can't stress it enough. I've been more consistent since Rona doing this myself than before. Before, I tried to bring in a team, tried to provide them with opportunity. They did good. They did as good as me reminding them to do good would do. And then because the way we buy properties and the way that real estate works is you don't get paid. It's not a weekly payday. Okay. You get a real big paycheck and you got to live off of that until you get your next paycheck. And the only way you get a really big paycheck and then another really big paycheck and you keep stacking it up to where you're not just swimming hard enough not to drown is with consistency. What tends to happen is people work so hard for so long that when they get that big payday, they feel entitled. Oh man, I've earned it so much. They don't realize that they got all these credit card bills that have ate in half that paycheck. And then they've got to live off of the other half until the next deal comes in. And it's a 90-day turnaround if everything goes perfect. Okay. If you're out trying to wholesale, you got a different battle. Okay. You got a different battle. Your marketing costs are going to be through the roof because you're going to have to market so fucking consistently and so savagely and lock up everything under contract and try to move it all to fucking, and every goddamn snake in the grass, daisy chained piece of shit is going to be out there trying to steal your goddamn deal. So you're going to do good as a newbie. I feel so bad for people that are thinking that wholesaling is just fucking easy money because it ain't easy money. But if you're consistent and you'll stack a paycheck every single month, which means you got to move 12 deals a year. To move 12 deals a year, you've got to send. Let's see, I'm gonna lock up 4 or 5 contracts off of the last 2 rounds of marketing I did with this software at the bottom. Okay, very rudimentary. Those 4 or 5 contracts are not going to pay a lot of money. They're going to go into our rental portfolio. But this gentleman that I'm buying from has one particular property that he's going to sell, and he's going to sell it to whoever buys all the rest of his junk. And I'm going to buy all of his junk so I can buy the fucking golden goose, because he's going to sell the golden goose to me once I prove to him I can close on these other ones. And he knows it's a golden goose because he told me it's a golden goose. And he said he's going to hook up whoever fucking buys the rest of his junk. He's reasonable, and we're going to spend probably $250,000. Add to our rental portfolio, no step for a stepper. Those will pay every single month. Nobody going to get rich, but they'll pay. And then we're going to go buy the golden goose. And these $70,000 licks we hit about once every 3 months. That one's going to be that quarter's $70,000 lick. And I promise you it's going to be worth it. But it's only because I called that man yesterday. I woke up. My son was being a little bitch crying. And I said, no whiners. He's 3 weeks old, whining. I said, no whiners. And then I called that guy to give him an update on where we're at. Hey, look, don't give up on me, sir. Here's where we're at. And he said, oh, no problem. I'm building my new house. You got time, sir. So all I'm saying, if you're consistent, you'll keep stacking cash. If you get paid and you fall the fuck off planet Earth because you feel entitled to some time off because all that grind you put on the uphill, you're gonna be swimming hard enough not to drown for your whole entire career. Now you can live like me, be a minimalist, and like eat a dip cone every once in a while for your reward for yourself, and never pick your head up, never check the scoreboard, because looking at the scoreboard doesn't change the score. You can do that. You can do that if you're like me, and you don't have a whole bunch of overhead and a whole bunch of bullshit weighing you down. But if you got that bullshit, if you got them bills, you got that mortgage, you got that fucking that wife payment, you know what I mean? That she's swiping on that MasterCard, and you got to make that wife payment every month. If you got that in your life, you're gonna have to work 10 times harder. Like me, I can be a lazy piece of shit every once in a while, but it won't affect me. Other people will suffer, but it won't affect me. So I got to do better. But collectively, as a whole, whenever I go back through all this shit, all this money we already spent, and everything else, because, oh man, I'm gonna clean this shit up. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna go get these contracts. I got 2 on the board right now. I'm gonna go get 5 more. I got my lady that I'm working on right now. Me and her texting on the personal cell. I'll send her a selfie, letting her know I'm ready. Oh, not you. How much? Shit, she's a slow responder. This little old lady, she's probably just waiting. I'm gonna call her up. Let's call her. Let's see if she answers. She knows I'm real now. I'm texting. The address. Here it is. She ain't answering. She's out watering her tomatoes. We'll stay in it though. This one right here, I'm gonna lock this deal up. Got her in the person.
Please leave your message.
Y'all stay with me. Get this at the bottom if you want to support the channel. Subscriber tab, $20 a month. I mean, I'm gonna give y'all something for that $20 a month. I don't know what it is yet. I'm working on something. I wanted it to be my friggin' webinar platform. I make 10 times more money out here making offers than I'll ever make off a fucking webinar. And then the only thing people do when you make a webinar is bitch. All they do is complain. You can give the whole game to them for fucking $100, and they're just gonna go behind your back and bitch. And that's all I learned about that part of the business. So I don't know if I'm ready to do that part of the business. So it's 10 times easier to sit here today and fucking talk to people on the internets, or over here on this screen, not on this screen, and fucking make money than it is to go out here and try to give some people value and they don't appreciate it. But if you want to support the channel, you can go be a subscriber on my Facebook fan page. And eventually Corona is going to be over and I can give back how I want to give back, not on this fucking internet shit. We will have in the coming days, they are having tax sale auction this month, August. They're up, they're posted. They have not announced that they're not going to do them. I'm going to be doing research. What is it past? Yes, it's after this weekend. Texas Tuesday is, when is Texas Tuesday? It's not this coming up Tuesday, but it's basically, it's almost a week away, about 10 days away. We're going to have a Texas Tuesday. People have already paid for the tax sale mastermind. We were going to do 12 of them. But they canceled all the fucking tax sales. But I am going to that tax sale. I think I'm going to set it up a little differently though, because I've had people. We go to these small towns, and we're trying to do it the nicest way possible. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tell everybody the night before the one we're going through to. We'll go to the tax sale. We'll buy what we're going to buy, and then we'll go evaluate why we bought it. Because before I was letting everybody drive the properties with me. But then the strange thing happened where I gave everybody like 3 weeks lead time, and all of a sudden, these fucking little tax sales that normally have me and 3 other guys, and we all know each other there, have half of fucking Dallas and Houston there. What the fuck happened? Like, why are people in suits at my fucking hillbilly ass tax sale? So I ain't doing it that way this time. I'm going to make an announcement the night before, and then we're going to roll. Probably all going to have to wear a mask and, stay 6 feet from each other or whatever. We might not even be able to yell out that we're trying to buy something. We might have to raise a card or something. I'm sure it's going to be fucking wonderful. Well, whatever the situation is, I've got one. I went and I haven't done the research on it yet, but it's got some land on it. It's got some houses on it. We just sold our last tax sale property yesterday. Owner finance, our last 55-acre property. So we sold 3 different parcels. We bought 75 acres for $67,000. We sold one for $50,000. We sold another for $50,000 and another for $130,000. So $230,000 off of a $67,000 purchase. We sold those owner finance. We've sold one of the notes already. The other one was cash. One of them was cash. One of them was on a finance. We already sold that note. And we have this other one, and I think we just put that note on paper stack. So it's all good. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube. Please watch on my YouTube. Appreciate all y'all support. But if you want to support the channel directly, go become a subscriber on there. And I need to do some subscriber-only videos where I really vent my frustrations in life. But I'll see y'all later. Appreciate it.